All right, guys, welcome back. I'm right here with Jesus. Jesus, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, sir. Good, man. Yeah, I just pulled up. We got talking, and you're dealing with a lot right now.
Yes.
Dealing with a lot, man. So if you can, just tell me a little bit, like where you're from and how it was growing up there.
Um, I'm from a little town. I was born in Kearney, Arizona, which is like 77 miles outside of Tucson. And from there, I went to the White Mountains. We lived up in Shoal for a while. And I got caught up in the juvenile system. At the age of 13, I got locked up. And that's pretty much when my drug addiction started.
Yeah.
It went from marijuana to cocaine to what I mean, uh, meth, and then heroin. I shot heroin for a while, and then now I'm on blues.
Yeah. And
Uh,
how old are you, brother?
I'm right now. I just turned 50 in May.
50. Okay. Are you homeless right now?
Yeah,
Okay. And what led? How long you been homeless?
I would say I've been homeless probably about 2 years. I'm homeless. I mean, I have a place to live if I want, but there's rules. You know what I mean? So I prefer to stay out here instead of having to, deal with the rules. You know what I mean? With my family. So um, technically, like I have a place to live, a couple places, but I just go there and shower and I leave. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to bring this into them because I got nieces and nephews there.
Yeah.
So you know.
And they get to see you too, so that's good. They still know you're alive, but I'm sure they know you're going through stuff. The addiction. I know how it is. I know
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah, they try to help me as much as they can, you know what I mean? But I think they've reached that point where they're like, you know what I mean, like pretty much like they're like they don't there's not much they they don't know what to do anymore, you know what I mean? Like they've done and tried everything, and I just continued down the same path, you know what I mean, making the wrong choices and stuff, So I mean, I think they're at the point where they're like they just I don't want to say they gave up on me all the way, but they're at that point where like they just like they just don't want to deal with it no more. And I understand that. You know what I mean? I've drug them down through there, and you know what I mean, done a bunch of shit, and they always seem to come and help me. You know what I mean? But I never end up. I'll never end up taking my end of the bargain. You know what I mean? I never completed, so um, they're just tired of it. So and I understand that. You know what I mean? So pretty much, I'm out here because of the choices I make. You know, and
Yeah, and I was telling you before we started, the fact that you acknowledge um, everything that you're going through, the fact that you're taking accountability for it, that's huge, brother. And I respect that fully. And the fact that even though you're going through things right now, you still know to keep it away from family.
right.
I never could do that, bro. I was 100% selfish, bro. I lied so much, you know, and the fact that you have a lot of self control with that is huge. So I just want to give you your props with
Right, thank
that.
you.
Um, how was life like before homelessness?
It was good. You know what I mean? I came from a good family. You know what I mean? Like, it's um, there was. I mean, my family they drank and stuff. You know what I mean? And a couple of people they smoked some weed, but they never got into like real big time drug use. I had a good family. You know what I mean? I had an excellent stepdad, but I didn't realize that at that time. You know what I mean? Like, I did everything I could to I guess like piss him off and to push him away from me. And one day I was sitting in my cell. I was sitting in my cell. I was locked up, and one day I thought about it. You know what I mean? And it just hit me that man, all he was trying to do was make me a man, trying to show me how to work and how to try to be responsible. And that whole time, I never took what he was telling me serious, like, because he wasn't my dad. So I was like, man, why am I going to listen to you? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's, you know what I mean? I kind of regret that because he passed on, and you know what I mean? By the time I did realize that I couldn't tell him, hey, you know what I mean? Like, thank you, but and shit happens, and you know what I mean. And like I said, I just since around that time, around 13, I just been in the system, in and out of juvenile prison to adult prison, you know, in and out doing drugs, crack, heroin, you know, just back and forth. And the thing about it is that I know it's wrong. You know, I know that it is, but I'm that type of person. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it to the fullest. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna half step on it. And like I said, I the first time I quit, and I did it cold turkey. You know what I mean? Like, I just stopped. I went through
Wow.
withdrawals, and that made me stay away from it for 8 years. You know what I mean? 8 years I was clean, and going through those withdrawals cold turkey made me. That's what kept me from not doing it. But I don't know what happened with these. The first time I did these blues, I've been on
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? Since then, which is probably around 2018,
Yeah.
19, somewhere around there, and it's just it's been downhill. You know, it's just
Yeah.
I haven't. I went through some withdrawals just recently. I had to go do 7 days in the county jail, and the first
Oh
3 days were fucking horrible,
man.
horrible. You know what I mean? And then I tell myself I'm not gonna do it. I'm done, and I get right out. And first day I got out, that night I got out, first thing I did, I had $50 in my pocket, went straight and bought me some blues. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And now I'm back on the thing, but you know what I mean? I know that eventually, I mean, like I said, I'm getting ready to go to do this little bit of prison time that I got to go do, and I think that's actually what I really need. I think that's the only way I'm gonna get clean, you know, and hopefully when I get back out or whatever, hopefully I'll stay clean. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean,
100%.
you know, I need to get. I'm 50 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not young anymore. I need to get my life back together. You know what I mean? I should be I should be okay right now. I should have a place, you know, my own shit. But I ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing because
Yeah.
everything I get goes to my habit. You
And you
know?
said you did over 20 years flat.
I did 23 years flat from I think it was 90. I think end or beginning of '93 to February 24th of 2017.
Man.
And so that's like half of my life, you know what I mean? I'm 50, so
Man.
23, you know, or 22, however you add it up. It's still, it's, I lost half of my life because of an addiction, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think it's pretty sad, you know what I mean? I'm never going to get those years back, you know? They're
Yeah.
pretty much gone. I spent half of my life inside of a cage, you know, because I chose to do drugs
Yeah.
and chose to support my habit by hustling, skilling, and all that. You know, so I mean,
And so I know you have a case pending right now. We won't talk about that. You have sentencing tomorrow. How are you feeling right now about that? And how
um,
much time are you looking for again?
well, it's my minimum is 3 months, and my max is 2 years. So you know, I could get anything between there. I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking more than likely, I'm probably going to get a year and a half. You know what I mean? How am I feeling? Like, be honest with you, like I don't know. Like I really don't. I'm not worried about it because I think it's the best thing for me. You know what I mean? Like it couldn't come at a better time. I mean, it sounds crazy, and most people probably think I'm crazy talking like that. But I feel like you know what I mean. Like it's crazy the feeling I have right now because it's a feeling like I don't feel anything. It's like numbness, but I need this. You know what I mean? I honestly need this. It's the
Yeah.
only you know what I mean. This is gonna help me. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because I know that that's what I need. That I need that little lift, even regardless it's going to prison or jail, whatever. I know that I could get it if I want it. It's there, but I don't want it. I want to go in there and just you know try to change everything up. You know, and I think this is my rehab. That's gonna be my rehab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take advantage of it and try to do the best I can with it and see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So since it's mandatory time, Are you more scared of the time, or are you more scared of knowing you might have to withdraw, like detox in jail?
I think what worries me the most is the detox, because
Yeah, I
like
get. I'd
I
be.
mean they're not. I mean, they're gonna probably give me some boxing, some powdered Suboxone. That's, I don't know. I did it a couple weeks ago, and it was, to me it was like useless. Like, I don't know. I never seen powdered Suboxone. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, I heard that they're giving people in jail and in prison Suboxone or methadone. Do
yeah,
you have to have a script before you go
yeah.
in, or they hook you up
Well,
there?
see, that's what I was gonna do this morning. I was gonna go to the clinic and try to do the little detox thing and get a same day dosage, but it
Yeah.
just got late on me.
Okay. Okay.
So, you know,
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna have to probably go buy some methadone somewhere and
Yeah.
drink that in the morning, and hopefully, I mean, it'll last for a couple. I'm thinking, what, a day or two in there. You know what I mean? It'll help me out.
Yeah.
The first couple of days, I drink that before I go to Sensi, and I should be, you know, hopefully it'll help me for a day or at least a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, until I can get under some boxing in there. You know what I mean? And but I don't know if that will transfer over with me. You know what I mean, when I go to prison or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like I have had to go to. I should have went to the clinic last week, but every day I came up with an excuse. You know what I mean? Like everything else, every time it's always an excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm down to the hours. You know what I mean? And I still haven't done it. So you know what I mean? That's the addiction. You know what I mean? Like always putting everything else to the side and into the back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. So since you've been out here, what's been the wildest day of your life?
Shit. The wildest day of my life. I don't know. I've had quite a few of them, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had
Yeah.
quite a few of them.
What's the craziest thing you've seen?
The craziest thing I seen was, I don't know if this is the craziest thing I seen, but my girlfriend, we've been since we were kids. She was my sister's best friend, right? And um, I got out of prison. She got divorced, and we ran into each other, and we took off. And we were on a mission. She did meth. I did heroin. She started doing heroin. I started doing meth, speedballing, and the craziest thing is, like, that's probably the craziest thing. We just took off, and for like 2 years, we just steady every day. We just partied and partied, and she went to rehab a couple of times. And her family blamed me. You know what I mean? That I was the reason that she was relapsing. So this last time she went, and I was like, I'm done. Go about your life. I'm gonna go about mine. She goes in there, does 10 and a half months, comes out, and we're all, you know, we're kicking back, and she takes off into the bathroom, fucking ODs and dies.
Oh,
You know what I mean? 10 and a half months, dude. Like, like that's the craziest thing. You know, I'm like, dude, you couldn't fucking tell me, like, hey, I would have gave it to you. You know what I mean? But she went off and did it behind my back, and the kids' back, where the kids were all sitting in the house. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it anymore. You know what I mean? And that kind of just sent me more into a different spiral. You know what I mean? Like that shit really affected me, because you went and did this rehab thing, and it's supposed to be this hot, you know, nice place or something in Phoenix, and you know what I mean? You come back and you fucking get a blue from who knows who,
yeah.
and fucking we hear a thump, go in there, she's dead, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Have you messed with H? Black?
with heroin? Yeah, I shot heroin for about.
So what are the withdrawals? What are the withdrawals like in comparison from black to the blues withdrawals?
I don't know, that for me, heroin, it was more a physical
Okay.
pain, or that I went through. You know what I mean? Like, I used to get what I would do is I know people, that would use to cut their veins and shit just for to release pressure. You know what I mean? But see, what I used to do is I used to get like my sheet. I would cut my sheet, and when I was in jail or whatever, and I would cut it, and I'd wrap it as tight as I could around my wrist and up here. You know what I mean? And I'd leave it like that till it just build up, and then I would fucking I would pull them off, or have my roommate or whatever help me pull them off real fast, just so I could. I don't know, something that, you know what I mean. When
Yeah.
it did it, just the flow of the blood or the warmth of it would just go through, and it would just like, whoa, you know what I mean? You know, but like I said, that I think heroin's more physical than the blues. The blues had me more like they were more like how do you say it, like they had me antsy, you know, like real bad anxiety.
Okay.
Is what I got from with
Wow.
the blues. You know what I mean?
Like kind of fiending for it.
Yeah, it was just it's like my body was like, you know what I mean, really. I mean, it was missing it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's hard to explain, but it's a way. It's two totally different withdrawals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you could say probably that they're the same, but I don't think they're the same. I mean, for some people they might be the same. They weren't the same for me. You know what I mean? It's two different type of withdrawals from blues and heroin. You know?
Yeah.
But like I said, heroin's more of a physical drug for me, and I think the blues a lot of anxiety, a lot of in the mind. You know?
Yeah. There's so many different withdrawals with the black. So yeah, I know about those. I just never messed with the blues that are out right now.
Yeah, well, some people say that the withdrawal from the blues is worse than the heroin, but I don't know, man. I think that heroin's more, for me. Like I said, it was more physical, like more pain in my body than the blues. The blues, like I didn't really have that pain. You know what I mean? That I did when I was withdrawing from heroin.
Yeah.
So,
Right on, man.
that's on that.
If any family or friends happen to see this interview, do you have a message for them?
All I can, like, I've been really telling all my family lately, this is what I need. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I need this. I mean, I know it's crazy to say that going to prison is what I need, but that's what's gonna help me. You know what I mean? They can't help me. You know what I mean? I can, you know, it's up to me. You know what I mean? No one can do it. You know what I mean? Except me. It don't matter whether they go to rehab or go this way or that way. If I don't want it, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Like, if you have to want it, you know what I mean? And to change it, you gotta want to change it. You know what I mean? And I want to change it. And like I said last time, you know, I did it cold turkey. That's what helped me stay sober for 8 years. You know what I mean? And this time, I think with this prison sentence I'm gonna get, this is what I need. This is what's gonna help me this time.
Yeah.
With this addiction, you know, and hopefully it'll be the last time. You know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I was telling you, man, like this could be an opportunity to save you from yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There could be a bad batch out there just around the corner. So this is an opportunity to reset, reevaluate, and plan for when you get out. That year, if you get a year, even a year and a half, it's gonna go by fast.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go by fast.
Yeah.
You've done
And then,
20 some of those.
Yeah,
You know what I
so
mean? Like,
I'm ready gonna go enough time, lay down, wake up, and I'm gonna be out the door. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it. You know.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, man, just use that as a opportunity, man. Opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
You've done it before. You know what to expect. You're ready. You're showing up to all your court cases. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have done that if I was still in.
Yeah, and that's crazy because a lot of my I don't know, I want to say homies, but they're not. I mean, it's a lot of my acquaintances that I get high with or whatever. They're like, "Why are you gonna show up? Why would I go on the run?" You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on the run. I don't want to I wouldn't be comfortable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
straight up.
I wouldn't be able to get high comfortable because I don't know when that fucking door's gonna get kicked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Or I'll be walking across the street like last time and get thrown down on the ground. You know what I mean? Like on 22nd Swan, that's what happened to me. And then, when I took off from probation, I was walking across the street and 4 cars out of nowhere just came and threw me on the ground. You know what I mean?
Damn,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like I experienced that already. I'm good. You know, I just go do. I would just go do this little bit of time and take advantage of it and get clean so that when I get out, I'll have a clear head and try and start all over, try it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can do. That's all I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, all I can do is hope everything works out. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty much up to me. You know, and no one's gonna really do a whole. I mean, that's always been my thing. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, then it ain't even worth doing. You know what I mean? You know, other people can't make you do it. You know what I mean? Because you'll succeed in the program or whatever. But once you get out, you know what I mean? You're gonna go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's just how I see it.
All right, brother. Thank you for your story.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
Appreciate you.